welcome everybody for joining our English webinar for showing off as our new website builder. Small disclaimer, because we had a couple of questions on the languages which we're gonna do the presentation and the webinars in. We have the one webinar in English today. We have one webinar in German tomorrow. We will publish both of those, or at least the English one also afterwards on YouTube and other channels, where you can either choose subtitles or potentially automated translations. So you will also be able to understand it in different languages if you want to, and can also rewatch. Obviously, afterwards, you can also reach out to our support team and to Smoobu in the languages that we cover. If you want to understand it more, we're there to help. Having said that, without further ado, we jump into the discussion and the show of the new website builder. I am very happy here today. I'm Yannick, and I brought our lovely product manager, Jorgo, who is sitting right next to me. You might not be able to see it in the cast, but here we are. So today we are going to walk you through the website builder and together show you what's the difference to the new ones, and also a bit on how to use the new website builder. What are we going to cover? In addition to any questions that might pop up in the meantime or afterwards, we are going to show you why, of course, creating your own website makes sense for you as a host, as a private host. We are going to talk about what is new in our new and improved website builder, how it's looking, and then we're going to do a live walkthrough on setting up your own website in no time, but also playing around with it, customizing it. Afterwards, a little Q&A. Jorgo will be guiding us through the website builder. I will be looking at also the live chat and the questions to also pick up on anything that is immediately related to the things we're showing. So we can also react live on this. Generally, a lot of you have already picked it up, the ways to interact. Obviously, you can use the chat to answer or ask any questions. I will have a look at the chat and try to answer as many questions live, either during the webinar, potential follow-ups afterwards. Alessandra in the marketing team will also scan the questions and try to put them in a list so we can either look at them later or try to cover them all as good as we can during this webinar. Now, why should you actually create your own website? And obviously, everyone in the chat, feel also free to share your learnings, to share your opinion, and also engage during the webinar. There are a lot of people watching, so feel free to engage. So, exactly. It's first of all, before we jump into creating your own website, we prepared a little poll for everyone to join. So, on the right-hand side, you should be able to see a little poll, and the question is very basic for us, just to get an understanding of everyone who's watching. Do you already have an active direct booking website, or do you not? And obviously, for anyone who wants to share, also feel free to share your websites or examples or experiences in the chat for everyone to see, if you want to. We leave you now a couple of seconds to actually fill the poll, and then I'll tell everyone about the results. Okay, we have a couple of answers coming in the chat, which looks like 50-50. And we have a couple of examples. Thank you, Felix. Good. I think if you look on your right-hand side, you will also be able to assess the poll throughout the webinar. So far, we have several answers in the chat, most of which have a booking website, but we also do have quite a few guests who do not yet have a booking website. And in the direct poll, we have 12 votes for yes, 6 or 11 votes for yes, 7 for no. And it's changing. So we have a very well-balanced audience. Now, That makes it even more fun. And now we can actually look at, even if you already have your own website, why you should also get a new website, why you should definitely either keep it or get one on your own. On the one hand side, and we're gonna keep this one short so we can actually show you the product in the end. But on the one hand side, why should you be creating your own website? On the one hand side, direct bookings is a big thing if you look at your top and bottom line. So, and those things, all those three things go together, right? The having your own booking website acts as a sort of business card for your business, for your vacation rental. You create the brand visibility on your own channel with your own look and be able to generate direct bookings, which are independent from the big OTAs, and also increase your margin on it, right? Because you're not limited to paying the fees that you usually incur if you get a booking via the bigger channels, may them be Booking, Airbnb, Home to Go, or any others. So on the one hand side, having your website gives you more or better brand visibility. You have your digital business card, but you also can benefit from the direct bookings and the better margins. And on the one hand side, it is what I usually like to say, especially for private hosts or people that start out. It can be a very good way of increasing or making your repeat business much more profitable. If you think about it, all the big OTAs invest literal billions of dollars a year into marketing efforts. So even if you get the first bookings or the second bookings via big OTAs, having a direct booking website that you can afterwards share with your guests that have a great stay and generate repeated bookings, then via a direct website, obviously insanely good way to improve your business. Now, without further ado, I can hand over to Jorgo, who will show. No, sorry, it's still my part. What have we improved? A few glances because you're going to see it anyways, right? The main parts of the website builder. What were the improvements? On the one hand side, we improved the structure. Instead of having a very static structure, you can now actually have the option to create up to 10 different pages, not counting the separate property pages for any one of your accommodations, but you can actually differentiate and optimize much more. Secondly, you have much more design options, which I'm not going to talk about so much now because you will see the loads of different options you will have. You can customize your website, you can choose your brand identity, you have lots of things to either play around or make it very specific for your brand, your vacation rentals, and your wishes. Secondly, you can also now, with the improved website builder, check the different layouts. So, which we'll also see, you can check what's the website going to look on the tablet, what's the website going to look on the phone, how's it going to look on desktop, and actually see and feel, okay, do I need to optimize something else? And last but not least, you have the ability to easily set up the website in different languages for different languages, so you can also engage a much broader target audience if you want so. Now, I hope everybody's excited. I can hand over to Jorgo, who will show us through the website builder.
Hello, everyone. So excited to be here and excited to show you the new feature that we worked on. Please keep your questions as well. Like mention your questions whenever you have any, and we will make sure to answer all of them or the majority of them. So technically here, once you go into Smoobu under the website builder, you will have the new tag next to it, which indicates that's the new website builder. And the main design of the page will be like you have the basics that you will need to set up first. So here you will have the heading, subdomain, and it's actually, you will be able to see the domain that you will be, whenever you publish your website, it will be live with. You have your own URL. In case you have your own URL and you need to add it here, you will add it in the same bucket, and you need to adjust your configuration on the provider that you've bought the URL from, according to those instructions that you can see here. Then you will have the logo here. You can add it. That's logo. It's technically for the booking engine. It's not going to be reflected directly on the website builder. And then you save your changes here directly, and then we can go to our second tab, which is the website content tab. So if we go to the website content tab, here you will be able to see the header. So everything that you will be able to see here, dynamically, it will be synced to the template that we will see in, in a few minutes. So here you have the header, description about the property, about us, house rules, terms and further information, terms and condition, and data policy. Those are like for you free to fill. In order, if it's not filled already, you will be able to fill it. You will save your changes, and then we need to go into the accommodation tab. In the accommodation tab, depending on how many apartments you have or how many properties you have, you will be able to see them listed here, one after the other, and then you need to fill out the details specifically for each property. So if I go into details and photos, you will be able to see here for my first accommodation, what's the title of the accommodation, the address of the accommodation. Here you will see as well the address will be directly shown in the map directly on the new website builder. Rooms and bed, what is the rooms and how many rooms you have and how many beds you will be able to accommodate, as well as how many guests, the size of the property, all the details that you'll see here as well, it will be directly synced to the new template. Here you have price per night, about the accommodation, the amenities that you can offer for this specific accommodation. If there's any other things to note, as well a text field that you'll be able to fill, same as a neighborhood, getting around. And as well, you'll be able to add the pictures for this specific accommodation. Once everything is set, you will be able to save the changes, and then you will go on the Go to Editor. So what will happen here is that in the background, we're creating your website, we're moving all those information into the template itself, and you will be landing on this specific screen that you see here. I'm gonna go now over all the pages that we have created dynamically for you. Dynamically meaning automatically from all the information that you have provided for us from the Smoobu side here. So here I will go under the home page first. So here you will have we might have some questions from the audience. So I will stop maybe and I will
just jumping in there because it's rather fitting, knowing that we have the info in Smoobu and from the creation, and Ale, the Smoobu marketing account, just also shared the account, the guide on how to migrate your old website to the new one.
Mm-hmm.
The information we just saw, and imagine I have an already existing old smoobu.com website.
Mm-hmm.
Is that information easily transferable to the new design or the new website builder?
So if you have the English version already set up in your old website, this is the same information that you will see here.
Mm-hmm.
In case you have a different language already set up, if you have multiple language and English one of them, everything that's in English, it will be shown here and directly will be sent. If you have only one language and it's not English, then you need in a way to migrate it manually. You will be able to add it directly on the English version, on the new website version, on the new website builder here, and then you go to the editor and this will be reflected as well into the template. Okay. We have as well another option if needed. You can go into the template and add it directly here, but it's better to have it as well in Smoobu, and Smoobu will take care of all those migrations. Then I will go with the homepage. So here you have the header that you've already set up in Smoobu, our booking engine, all the photos that you have uploaded, you will be able to see here. And as you might see, it's a view-only view technically. So everything that you see on view only, it's being transferred from Smoobu, specifically for the media. And if you need to add any pictures, change any pictures, we can do it from Smoobu. You can go back to Smoobu, add a new picture, or delete any existing picture, and it will be reflected directly here. Under all the pictures that you might see here, you have the list of all the properties that you have. So as you remember, I have 3 properties. Each property will have its specific section with a high-level view of of the specific like maximum occupancy and how many bedrooms that the accommodation has. If we go down a bit, you have a section where we inserted a video. This can be as well manually or customizable. If you have already a video that you need to share, I will show you in a few how to be able to update this video. You have a testimonial area where you'll be able to go here and edit your reviews that you got as well. And if you go below, you will have a frequently asked questions section, which as well it's totally customizable, totally on you. If you have already questions that you need to address, you need to input here, you will be able to add them. If not, you will be able to directly delete this section, and I will show you as well how we will do the customization later. Any questions so far, or should I move forward?
Check. Can currently I think this is a good one from Tom. Can reviews be uploaded from Airbnb or Booking.com or any other OTA at the moment?
At the moment, currently, we're like offering a way to it's a way and a code, so you will be able to add an HTML code, and if you will be able to have those from the JavaScript or specific technically, you will be able to have it. However, if you won't be able to have those reviews from a form of a JavaScript or an HTML code, currently you won't be able to put them directly on the website.
But Tom, you can check out one of our partners who's called Revios, who do exactly that. So they can actually offer the service of aggregating your reviews for your own websites and to use them centrally.
And I will go to the next page, which is the properties page. And here it's as well a general overview of all the properties that you have. And as you can see, it's just like the same widget or the same layout as the one on the home page. If I go to the Book Now page, here you will be able to see a small snippet of the already existing properties, as well as the availability calendar that is provided by Smoobu. So here, depending on for the guest, in order to see if this vacation rental is available with a specific date, he will be able to come here and to check the availability of each of those accommodations. The About Us page. It's a page to basically share your experience with your guest. You will be those About Us like text that you have already filled in Smoobu. It will be directly reflected here. The photos you can automatically, or you'll be able to change it from here. I will explain as well in our live demo and with the customization that we can do. Further information, how we started. All those sections can be as well added or removed depending on your preference. So that's the customization that you will be able to get from this new website builder. I go to the contact page. It's a contact form that if you will get any questions from any guest whenever you publish your website and the website is live, any question that might be sent from here, you will get on your Smoobu account. So if the guest asks you any question, you will be able to get it on your Smoobu email, and then you will be able to answer them straight away. Now we will come to the property details page. So as you remember, we have 3 accommodations, and dynamically in the background in Smoobu, we are creating one property details page for each accommodation that you have. And that's basically one of the things that you will be able to help you to create customization for each accommodation, and all the information that you have set under the accommodation settings in Smoobu. Then for it to be clear, so under this, it will be directly reflected here. So here you have the photos about the properties, like a general view about like how many rooms you have, bathroom, like what's the start cost for this specific room. And then you will have the list of amenities that you will be able to add as well from Smoobu. Here you have the number of rooms and beds that you might need to it will be dynamically added, but sometimes you don't have, let's say, for a sofa bed, and you don't need to show this. You just like be able to click on it, and it will be, and press on the delete button, and it will be deleted, and that easy. And then you'll go under it, you'll have the getting around. If there's any experiences that the user might, like the guest might do under near your apartment, you'll be able to highlight it here. Neighborhood, other things to note. And if you remember the address that we've set in Smoobu, it will be dynamically shown as a map on the property details page. Again, here you'll have the availability for this specific accommodation, and then you'll go under the reviews that you might see here. Any question?
Yeah. Yes, we had two questions that just came up, Tom and Celia. One is there a possibility or a link possible to the Smoobu guest guide?
The Smoobu guest, so it's an external, or you need to upload the file? That's like the upload the guest guide, or it's a link for like an external link that you need to add?
In general, you will have the customization options to do mostly anything in there. So you can either hyperlink a static guest guide, obviously, that you want to link per property in different sections, or exactly, as Marian pointed it out, most of the guest guides are very specific to the guests that are booking. Those, obviously, if they're specifically generated, then you won't be able to generate it. Different question from Celia. Can you put different amenities than the ones you just clicked?
The idea here, so the amenities, if it's available in Smoobu, you will be able to directly go here and tick it off, tick it on, and then it will be reflected there. So let's say if an amenities is not available here and you want to add a new one, then you will be able to add. So technically what we need to do is to delete the section and create a new section with all the amenities that you offer. So that's one of the points that you can do. You can add as many amenities. You can add a customized section from your own amenities, even if it's not linked as well to Smoobu. But yeah, like as well, if the amenities is in Smoobu, we recommend directly to go on Smoobu and tick it on, and it will be directly reflected here. Then, as you might see here, like whenever I went to the automatically created pages, I can only see the automatically created pages. If I want to see it go back to the all pages that I have, I need to press on done, and then I will be redirected to the initial home page, and here you will be able to see all the pages that you have. Then I will go back to privacy policy. So that's a page that we added the privacy policy under Smoobu. It will be directly reflected here. Same as cancellation policy. It's the same as well for terms and condition and house rules. So all those information that you have entered in Smoobu, you will technically be able to show it, and you will be able to see it directly on the website template. So then, any questions so far?
Sally, good point. Can we use our existing domain name?
That's a really good question. So technically, if you're already using if you have already a custom domain and it's already live, this will not be affected. You will be able to have this like your website already live while working on your new website builder. However, in order to be able to publish this website with the domain, you need to unpublish the old website and then publish this one, and you will be able to use the same domain technically. Will this answer? All right. Then I will go mainly to the customization part, where what can you do, what can you customize in your new website, and how to do it technically. So here, as you mentioned, as I mentioned, technically that's the first view of the template that you will be able to see. You can see that here the logo is not filled, and you need to fill in your own logo directly here. What will you do? So what you'll have to do is to click on the logo. You have manage image. You press on the image, and you can replace the image with the logo that you have. So let's say, for example, for my side, I want to change it to Smoobu. So I'll have the option to upload an image if it's already on my local machine. I will be able to upload it directly, and if it's already here, you'll be able to just select it, and directly it will be reflecting here. Another point is that, okay, I have this hero image that you can see here, but it's not reflecting my properties, so I need a different image. So I'll go as well, I'll click on the image, I'll go to design, and here you will be able to scroll down, you will have the column design, and you'll be able to see the image that it's showing here. And let's say you decided to remove it and replace it with a different image. So you'll have to the same actions that we did. You can have as well upload, and you'll be able to select the image that you want, and it will directly be set.
Question from Buddy. Is it possible to hide the availability calendar?
The availability calendar, you will be able to actually, it's included in a section which you can delete the whole section. So it's not, you will be able to delete it, and it will not be shown technically. Yes. Then, as you might see here, you have on the left-hand side, you have the layers, themes, pages, widgets that you will be able to see it from. I will go over them as well, like with each one of them. So here you have the layers. Technically, this is a layer of the template of the website. Usually, we don't recommend to change anything unless if you have an experience with building the website, you will be able to play around with the layers, hide some, remove some, and customize it. Another icon do you see here is the theme, where you will be able to basically control all the text with the specific fonts that you might find here, and as well for the buttons that you will be able to see. So let's say you remove this, like you want the primary button to be a different color, different font, you'll be able to go under it and customize it accordingly. I will show you as well how when I'm adding a new section, how we will be able to use it. Here you have the pages. So all the pages that you'll see from this drop-down list, you'll be able as well to see from the pages section. Here, it's a good point to note, as mentioned by Yannick, you will have 10 pages maximum, like if you want removing in a way, or not counting the property details page that are automatically generated. So you will have 9 pages plus as many property details page as actually you have under Smoobu. And here you will get a message that basically adding a new page is not available because I've reached already the limit of 10. If in case you want to combine 2 pages together and add another page, you will be able to delete one and then add a new page. Now I'm gonna go to the adding the section. First of all, you will see the video that I wanted to change. I have a video that I uploaded on YouTube, or I need to upload directly on this website. How can I change it? I will be able to press on it, manage the video, and you will be able to select any video that you have on your local. You'll be able to upload it. Let's say for my example here, I have already the video on YouTube. So all I have to do is to copy the link that's related to this video. I'll go to my website builder, and then I will replace this with a new video. And then automatically it will be reflecting the video that you want to share. Let's say you don't have a video, you don't want any video, you will be able to delete the whole section, so it will be as well customized. And again, for the frequently asked questions, you will be able as well to, let's say, delete, and it will automatically be deleted. Let's say here now you have you wanted to add a new section. you have two options. Whenever you press an adding new section, you can have an empty section, or you can have a predefined or pre-designed sections. So here you will be able to go and press on, let's say, predefined or pre-designed section, and you'll be able to choose any of those options that you might have here. So here you will be able to have it blank. Anything about like a specific design you will be able to add. Let's say I want to add this specific design. I'll just press on it. I'll save section, and I will have it directly in Smoobu. So here, those photos are not representing of my property. I need to change the design. I will go press on the design. You can as well double click on it, and you will be able to see mainly to change manage image, and you will be able to replace the image with the one that you want. So replace, same behavior as all the others. You will be able to upload. You will be able to choose any of those. Any questions so far?
We have a couple of related questions on the last points. Maybe just jumping into Claire, who asked what's the best way to show a photo gallery. I mean, now you're going to show one of the options, so you have a lot of options. I'm not sure whether your question is related to what is the best way or are there different ways. There are different ways. In essence, my advice is generally depending on your business, but rather keep it a bit more simple than being over complex and in the end overloading guests with a lot of sense. But you can also pick and choose, right? You can very easily try out different things as well. So I don't want to say it's limitless, but there are a lot of things you can also try out and then check for yourself. What do you like? What do you prefer? One question that came up is directly related. If we look at the links, on one hand side, can you add iframes, embeds, or hyperlinks everywhere in there?
So regarding the iframes, we have a new widget that will be on soon, which is the HTML widget, where you will be able to add it, and then I will see I can show you how we will add widgets, and you will have a specific section that's related to the HTML code that you will be able to copy paste in there. So technically, yes, you can cover it.
And looking at the video, is it YouTube link only, or can I also use different providers?
We need to double check this option. You can definitely use, like, you have YouTube, Vimeo, or Dailymotion here for now. I'm not sure if any other provider might be needed, but for now we'll cover those. And if they have it on another portal that we don't cover, then they will be able to download this video and then upload it manually on the website.
Right, great. I hope that helps. There's one question where I can jump in is from Rara. Can we add additional services like tours, catering, so basically upsell services? Yes, you can in a way. So currently, if you think of the website builder itself and the booking engine, which is basically the widget on top with a calendar and the availabilities and so on, those are two different things. You can anywhere in there add a section or even add a subpage that says additional services. List your tours, they can pay with you or anywhere else, list different options that they can get a catering, anything you want, if it's in text or different forms. You cannot add them in terms of they can already book it and pay it via the website. That is currently not possible, but of course you can create sections however you want to, with pictures, with just text and so on and so forth, and add those additional services that you would want to sell during your stay. I have one question that I like. Now there's a lot popping up, so apologies if I overread some of the questions. From Jan Jansson, is it possible to have a map with all the properties?
I'll have to double check this. It should be possible. If it's not available in the widget, I think it should be available in the widgets. You will be able to add them up directly from here. We can check your specific case whenever you have it, but it should, you have a widget in order to add them up. Yes.
All right. Then first, let's move on, and I'll try to collect some more questions on the way.
All right. So then here we added a section that's pre-designed. It's already there. You will be able to edit the text here or even remove it completely. As I mentioned before, if you want to change this button, you will be able to go here and change the color of the button, or you'll be able to directly as well assign it manage buttons, and then here you'll be able to set it primary or secondary button based on the themes that you've already specified there. That's if it's already a designed language, a designed section. If you want to have an empty section, then you will be able to add an empty section, and then here you will have all the widgets that you can play around with. So here you have a lot of images, widgets, media slider, photo gallery. As well, you'll be able to add text. So let's say you wanted to add technically a media slider. So here you will add it. It will come with already filled pictures button if you need to redirect to anywhere. And then it's automatically pop up here. So if you need to replace the image, you only have to do is, again, replace it here, choose any image that you want, and then basically done. So I can choose this one, and I'll be able to change it. So it's automatically there. Let's say I don't want any title, anything there. You'll be able to go there and remove all the things. And I don't want any button to show. There's a button section where you will be able to press on and hide the button.
Yeah, it's a good related question from Sally.
Mhm.
Let's imagine that image, for example, or setting an image. Can I also put a hyperlink or anything under it so it links out to a different page?
So technically, it is possible. I will have to double check like how we will be able to do it, but it should be possible. For any of those specific questions, like feel free as well, like to reach out to our support, and then we will be able to solve each case by case the request that you might have. But yes, technically it is possible.
I hope that helps, Sally, but obviously feel free to reach out.
Then here, let's say you don't want this section, you will be able to delete it, and it will show on all the site of the width of the site, technically. So that's about the customization. Now, how you can as well optimize more, add new languages, and how you'll be able to manage the languages technically. So if you go here, as mentioned, the widget, you will have a lot of things that you'll be able to discover here, text. Every single button, we can have a session where like you can discover it, and then if you have any specific question, we'll be able to share it. Under SEO and settings, technically here you will be able to see the site languages, which is the most important part in here, where you'll be able to add languages and translations to your website. So here, let's imagine that the scenario is that you finished the English version of your website and you need to translate it into any other language. So you'll go to add languages, you have an add language button, and then here you have all the languages that you'll be able to choose from. So let's say, for example, I will go for German and I'll press on done. Here you will be able to see that you have an automatic translation, like powered by Google, where you'll be able to translate all the content of your website directly by Google. And then you will be able to save it. And then here it will creating a new version of your website with the languages. So here you'll be able to, if you want, toggle between the languages from here. So that's the English version, and that will be the German version. And we know that the translation might not be 100% accurate, and you need to do some customization based on the language that you have chosen. And you'll be able to do that by directly going here and changing any word that you see it's not fitting. And this word will only be saved for the German version of the website, and it won't be like it won't be reflected on the English version. So everything that you do per version, it will be only saved for that version of the website.
And I think adding to this, or what might also be interesting to have a look at and always keep in mind, CD also ask, do I have to start with the English language? Is you have your settings and your information in Smoobu, which by now, if you have the info, for example, on the old website, only the English one for now is available that you can immediately push, or you can use the new website, fill in your info, and then obviously you can set the default language to
whatever
one of the different ones we have. So you don't have to have English necessarily, but you can also create your website and then set a different language as the default one. But what you need to be aware, if you're in the editor and add new languages and then change in another language, for example, here German as the second one, as Jorgo mentioned, the edits are only saved for that specific language.
Any further questions on this part?
Yes, from Coles coming up. Can you translate the titles as well, or only the content? For example, I'm to home. Yes, you can edit all of those section headers or different property page names or page names as well as you want to.
So here, you can change everything that you see on the website. There's only one thing that I need to mention here currently. So all the dynamic widgets that we are getting for now, it's only available in English, even if you see here that it's not automatically translated. And that's something that we will be working on in order to provide language translation for the dynamically created widgets, for the widgets that we're automatically creating whenever you're creating your website on the new website builder.
Yeah, that is an important part. So that is still under construction, but anything we see here, the view only, as mentioned, which comes from Smoobu, those are the dynamic widgets. So far, they are pushed only in English, but they will also be available soon in the specific language you put in there. One question from Sally, will the website be automatically opened in the language of the user, or how me as a user will I be directed to different languages?
So here I have two you have two parts technically. So the editor that you see here, it will be directly reflected with the language of the Smoobu language technically. So you have, if you want the editor language, which will be in a way one-to-one or mapped with the Smoobu language, and the website language itself, it's a different thing. You can have more languages or even less languages. So here, if you want under the editor language, there is the languages that we support in Smoobu. Most of the language that we support in Smoobu, you will be able to change it. So here, if you have it, let's say in, let's go with as well, German. So all the editor part, it will be changed to German, for example. So here, even the widgets will be changed to German, and the editor itself as a whole, it will be reflecting the Smoobu language that you have set.
And I'm not sure to cover the full extent of that. To cover the guest side, now imagine I launched my website of the lovely Kurfürstendamm apartment or Yannick's homes, and the website has 3 different language options. Can imagine my browser is in German, but the default website is in English. Which language will I be landing on?
It's on the default language. So if you have already automatically in your browser automatic translation of a specific language to, let's say, English, everything will be translated to English. If that's the question.
And also the booking widget you see here in the middle, right? The booking engine is based on the browser settings of the guest, for example. So we'll show in the language they usually have their browser settings in. Also adding to the questions of Köln, if I don't want to use the website builder module, can I use the calendar and the booking option on my own website? Yes, you can use that widget in your own website and don't have to use the website builder. The website builder, as you can see, and the widget with the calendar and the booking tool, which we call Booking Engine or Booking Tool, you can use separately from each other.
If there's no question, maybe I'll need to cover like as well some additional features that we have, let's say Google tools. So if you have already your Google Analytics tools that you might need to use, you will be able to configure it straight from here. It's something as well that might be helpful for you.
We have one good related questions from Mariana. Can I build a website page for every property? So imagine I have 5 properties. Can I create separate web pages for every one of them, which would be the dynamic property pages? Are there any sort limited?
For the dynamic created pages or the automatically created pages, there's no limit. So if let's say we have a limit, as I said, we have 10 pages limit, but let's say let's imagine you have as well 10 properties. Those are not counted in on the limit that you have. So for every dynamically created property, automatically created property details page, it's not counted in the overall limit that we have.
Good. Let me just. Can we, another question from Kern, related to your Google Analytics part. Can you only add Google Analytics and not Matomo right now?
Like we need to double check this specific case. For now, it's only Google. And if you have any suggestion for other basically tools that you're using, please as well share them with support. We will be able to get this feedback and try to implement it as well from our side. But for now, it's just Google.
Okay, we have one question from Talichko. Currently, the description of an apartment is used as order name within URL. Very critical. Was that changed? Are you talking about the property details page, maybe?
I didn't get the question.
This one.
Like maybe we need to check this case specifically. It should be like the description. It should be like a text that we are sending from Smoobu to the template itself. So it's a text-based like input. We can double check your case as well. Like if you can please reach out to support, and then we can provide any support for this specific case.
We have one more question coming from Buddy. What guests are saying section will be useful. However, the date when they set this 6 months ago is not dynamic, or is it? It is as you see it. It is text fields, so it's hard coded. It's not dynamic in that sense. So in this case, you either use a specific date or maybe not even without the date if you don't use any connected partner to actually import those things. This is okay. That's the older tablet. Following up on this one. Rebecca asking, please can you show what the guest sees when they make a booking? With your booking price, can you show comparison of prices in other prices in Airbnb or other OTAs to promote booking direct? My prices are cheaper.
You won't be able to compare the prices. So technically, this the booking tool that you're using here is the same booking tool that you have configured under Smoobu. So it's the booking engine configuration. It's not a way that you will be able to compare your price compared to other price. For now, it's not the case.
2 more very good points I need to cover. One is thanks very much, Yael. How does that look on phone and tablet?
That's a good point. That's our next. That's our next basically point. Here you will have as well. You can see the options here. You have like the desktop, tablet, and the phone. And as well, you have the preview button where you will be able to as well share this link, copy the link, and share it with anyone, and share it and actually see it on your phone and see how it looks. And here as well, you will be able to change between tablet and mobile and like whatever technically here you have, you'll be able to see it, how it will be looking like on each of those devices.
Yeah. And there was also previously a question about if photos and media adapts dynamically. Yes, as you can see, it adapts automatically, but please, if you want to use it on phone and mobile devices, check how the images actually are
Set.
transformed and set to have a double check on how it looks on different media.
We're currently working on as well, like in a way, a more responsive for specifically our widgets. So for specifically the widgets that we're setting, we will be working on responsiveness to have it more responsive to each specific device. And this will be done as well like soon. So in the next month, it should be there.
Now, the question came quite a few times, and apologies for skipping over it. How can I unpublish my old Smoobu website in order to publish my new amazing Smoobu website?
So for this account, I will not be able to show you since I don't have the access to for the old website builder. But like there is a disabled button. If you see the old website builder, you will have next to the preview, you have a disabled button, and then we have as well like a documented support article where we can go step by step on how to unpublish the old website and how to publish the new website to be able to for you not to face any hiccups there. So as well, if once you are in this stage, we will be able to share the support article, or as well we can share it maybe after whenever you reach the support technically. We'll be able to share this document with you.
Yeah, and especially if you want to change the websites, right? Just reach out to support to help you do that and actually do it right. So don't worry about that one. Another related question for Julie: can you add a page that is private? So Julie wants to add a waiver or return page for those that book to agree to the terms and not just read them. So can we add unpublished pages that you can? I assume you want to send out a link to a certain page that you wouldn't see on the website but can only access when you get the link. Correct me if I'm wrong, Julie.
I think for this specific case, we need to look. Like I might not have the answers currently. Like depending on the scenario, depending on the flow that you want to implement, we might have different options that we can adapt. Technically, redirection to a new, like you can create a new page, you can redirect to a new page. But regarding visibility, maybe if that's the button, like whenever you book an apartment, you will be able to redirect this page. We need to check this logic and how to implement it internally. Maybe the last thing that just like I can finish, it's the publish. Like whenever you need to publish the website, how we'll be able to publish is there's a button here that you'll be able to press, and then automatically this will publish your website. You'll be able to see your site address here, and then you can see. I will try to ref here, and you will be able to see technically the website live. And that's it mainly. You're good to go, and the website will be live. Any questions meanwhile?
Now, also picking up on Julia's and Claire's questions, is it possible to create promotional codes that are percentage-based rather than fixed amounts? System allows for setting different prices for different periods, so fixed amount promotional codes don't make sense. And Claire's going to the same direction. Will the new calendar show dates that are already booked? This will help customers from giving up putting in lots of dates. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but both are related to our current booking engine,
Correct.
which is not the website builder. So for now, the the functionality remains the same as it currently is. So the booking engine as you've seen it, as it's in the widget in the website builder, currently this have the same functionality as before. So the lovely, exactly, this one in there.
And currently, just like to add a bit on this, currently in your booking engine, you will be able to set promotion code. So for specific dates, whenever a user will go and book, it will reflect the dates that are with the discounts that you have already set. So currently, this feature as well, it's supported in the old in the booking engine that we see here.
Yes. Coase also had a question: if you rent out multiple apartments, is there a calendar where you can see all the available days at once?
Technically, it's a Smoobu calendar. So technically, on Smoobu, you will be able to see all the apartments. It's technically the same view. Just like remember that this website is for your guests, and like Smoobu functionality are like for everything that you need to do.
With one, Philippe also asked, do you think it's better to begin the website in English and then add the French language, or the opposite?
It's better to, like, from the flow that we created, it's better to start from English and then go to French, and then you will be able to adjust it. However, both are feasible. But like if eventually you want to have the English version of the website, you can start directly with the English.
One good point from Adam: when setting up Google Analytics, it asks for you to set up a Duda account. Do you need to pay for Duda account to get the analytics to work, to find the tags?
I need to double check this. It shouldn't be the case. I will have to check.
I know that one of our partners is in the chat, Felix. Maybe you know if you're still there. 1 second. Also looking at the time. Let me quickly scan more of the questions. Apologies in advance. We were getting loads of questions, and I love it. Unfortunately, we can go slightly over time, but not too much. I'll try to scan if there are still questions that doubled so we can answer. Did those in any case, so the question, to maybe finish it off, thanks everyone for coming. Before we jump now into the questions and go very much overboard, thanks so much for your questions. The webinar will be uploaded and shared afterwards, so you will be able to access it, and you will also be able to enjoy it in different languages, at least with subtitles that will be automatically generated. So there might be some mistranslations in the subtitles, but at least you will be able to access it. There is the same webinar tomorrow in German at the same time, so you can also join. And any questions you might still have, if it's specific for you, either please follow up with the teams for support. You can open tickets, you can go into the live chat, you can book a call or a demo for this. Feel free to reach out. Thanks everyone for joining. Apologies again for not being able to answer every question that we had, but we still have, I think, loads, unfortunately, open. Again, thank you so much. Reach out, try out the product, try out the website builder, build your own website, share websites with us.
And share your feedback.
And I think to finish it off, we also have 2 websites to also show you, which I didn't want to exclude now. We already have a couple of open or live websites to finish it off.
I'm gonna check.
Some.
It's not. I'm gonna check the websites. Sec. Oh, it should be this one.
Here we go. We have one example straight up from Germany.
I will change it to the language.
German. As you can see, there is ways of customizing it. You can work through. It's very lovely. You see the different properties which you can look, add your own floor plans, add anything you want. You can play around with it. Use the website to project your brand, to project your image. As I mentioned in the beginning, not only is it to increase your direct bookings, but you can also use it as your business card. Now, as maybe the last example, the bit differently looking website,
yes,
including the booking engine.
Should be this one.
Exactly. Then you have one example from the Netherlands, where you can see also the brand image is a different one, but with the customization options we give you, you have the options to have different color coding, be very specific, project your brand, and with this, enjoy your own website. Is it possible to create a logo? That may be the last question from Sonja. Create per se, no, you can upload it and then use it through the website. Good. Thank you very much, everyone. I hope we were able to answer at least most of the questions. As said, reach out. Thanks again and enjoy.
Thank you so much. Ciao.